In Chapter 12, we're discussing business and consumer loans. Let's look at a couple example problems. In 12.1, we're talking about open-end credit and credit cards. In this chapter, we have some basic definitions, understanding debt, and open-end charge cards. We learn how to read a statement, as well as how to calculate debits and credits, as well as interest. In this particular section, you'll be practicing with transaction descriptions, transaction amounts, dates of accumulated interest. In this particular previous balance, less payment, plus new charges, plus finance charge, we calculate the total bill in a credit card charge. We also have some tips and tricks on gaining control of your finances. As we learn to break down credit card charges, calculating interest, we can better understand how to manage such credit cards. Let's do a couple example questions now. Chapter 12, Business and Consumer Loans, Section 12.1. In this activity here, we're taking an unpaid balance, multiplying times a monthly rate to access the finance charge. This is straight multiplication. For example, in number 2, we're multiplying our unpaid balance times 0.15, representative of 1.5%. In this example, we're completing the tables showing the unpaid balance at the end of each month. We're assuming the rate of 1.4% interest on the balance. For number 5, we have our unpaid balance, purchases during the month, returns, and payments. We're calculating a finance charge as well as the unpaid balance. In this case here for October, we're calculating our finance charge, assuming the 1.4% interest. This will calculate our finance charge. Our unpaid balance is unpaid from previous, plus interest, plus charges during the month, less returns, and less payment. This will give us the unpaid balance at the end of the month. We repeat these steps with November. In November, we have our unpaid balance of $419.17 carried down from the month before. We multiply that times our finance charge, interest of 1.4%. We add that to our unpaid balance plus our purchases less our returns and payments for our new unpaid balance. We carry those November balance over to December and repeat the steps. Continuing to January, where our unpaid balance at the end of January will be $211.71. In this set of examples, we're finding the finance charge for revolving charge accounts, assuming the interest is calculated on the average daily balance of the account. In this case here, we're taking the average daily balance, multiplying it times the interest rate to calculate the finance charge. 11 example is here for you, and 12. In 12.1, we also discussed finding the average balance for the following credit cards, assuming 1 month between the billing dates and using the proper number of days in the month. Then we find the finance charge if the interest is 1.5% per month on the average balance. We will also find the new balance. In this example here, we have our previous balance, billing date, payment, purchases. So, calculating the days between purchases, 8 days, 21 days, 1 day, 9 days, 12 days, and 30 days. This is represented by from 12 to 20 is 8, from 20 to 21 is 1, from 21 to 30 is 9. Overall, 12 days from November 30th to the billing date of December 12th. Remember, it's monthly, and I know it's December 12th because the previous billing date was November 12th. That gives me 12 days from November 30th to December 12th. I then total these days: 8, 1, 9, and 12 to 30 days. Notice the interest rate is calculated based upon the number of days held. 18,000, 13, 25, 34. These figures are added together for the total of $79,246.70. We divide this by the 30 days, and that will give us the average daily balance. If finance charge is based upon the average daily balance, then $2,641.56 will be the value used to multiply the interest of 1.5%. This gives us our finance charge. Our new balance plus our finance charge, less any payments, plus any expenditures, will give us our new balance. We can repeat this with this example. If a previous balance is $312.78, we're calculating the number of days in between each transaction. 4, 5, 4, 9, and then 8 days till the closing of cycle. We then take this unpaid balance. Using that unpaid balance, multiplying across. Notice the 106 represents the return, so that is minus. 115 represents a payment, that is minus. All the rest are addition of increase in balance. We multiply this across. This gives us our total balance. We take this total balance, divide by 30, that will give us our average daily balance. Average daily balance multiplied by 0.15 will give us the $4.69 finance charge. Doing the addition of finance charges and expenditures, less any payments or returns, will give us our new average balance. We can repeat this step with 21 by again taking the previous balance, identifying the days, calculating the returns or payments, which would be minus, and addition of any expenditures. Find our total balance, divide by the number of days. Remember, this will be 31 days in this example, and this gives us our average balance. Calculating our finance charge, adding any expenditures, subtracting any payments or credits, and we have our new balance. Let's move on to 12.2.